When it comes to what's happening in Wayne County and the North Carolina area, look no further than Taylor House Publishing. If you have a story that needs to be told, please contact us via email at taylorhousepublishing@gmail.com.
So what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am Richard Taylor, back with another video, and we're going to get right into this, as the information that I received early Monday of this week confirms that there has been a lot of changes in the administrative positions, mainly principals and assistant principals in the Wayne County public schools. Now, I received this information early Monday morning, and I wanted to wait till it was actually confirmed. But then a few minutes ago, I received a list detailing all of the changes that are going to be made at various schools in the Wayne County public school system. Now, a week ago, I informed you guys that the much controversial, the much maligned principal of Dillard Middle School, Mr. Mario Ray, was suspected or reported to be named the new Goldsboro High School principal for the upcoming 24-25 school year. And as the information that I received asserted, Mr. Ray has officially been named the principal of Goldsboro High School for the next year. Now, you can go back and watch, some of the videos. I don't have to go into the questionable past of Mr. Ray, but he had been the principal of Dillard for quite some time, and there has been some incidents that I've had to detail from certain parents and certain community members. Now, also, there are many other changes, and I'll go over a few of those changes with you. The next change, which I recently had some contact with this individual, is I think Dr. Kevin Smith, who is the current principal of Carver Heights Elementary. Evidently, he's going to be moved to the Edgewood Community Development School. Now, this is notable because he was actually just named the principal of Carver Heights last year. So after only 1 year of tenure at Carver Heights, he's going to be moving to Edgewood Community Development, and we're going to see who is the new principal at Carver Heights later. Now, Miss Kelly Holland, who is the elementary, the Fremont Stars elementary principal, she's going to be moving to the principal of Grantham Elementary. And Miss Holland formerly was at Kenley, the Kenley Glendale Elementary School, before she came to the Fremont Stars. Now, Tracy McKeel, who's the principal now of Grantham Elementary, who Kelly Holland is replacing, she's going to be moving to Rosewood Elementary as the principal. And Miss McKeel served Grantham Elementary from 2021 to the present. Also, Miss Sheila Wolf of Northwest Elementary. And she, if my information is correct, she has been there for a period of 7 years, since 2017. She's going to be replacing Miss Holland at the Fremont Stars Elementary. And then we come to Miss Holly Ball. Now, she is the current principal at Rosewood Elementary. Now, She's going to replace Sheila Wolf at Northwest Elementary as the principal. Now, Miss Linda Brown Rouse, who is the current principal of Edgewood Community Development, she is going to basically switch places with Dr. Kevin Smith, and she's going to go to Carver Heights as he replaces her at Edgewood Community Development Center. Sounds like a bunch of musical chairs here. And that's notable because, once again, she only served Edgewood Community Development for 1 year. Now, Miss Frida Allen, who is the principal at Wayne Early Middle College High School, long titled high school, she's going to replace the principal of the Wayne School of Technical Arts located on Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. She's going to replace Principal Joshua Mallory, with whom I understand that he has accepted a position in somewhere, Philadelphia or somewhere. Now, she was the principal for since 2016, so she had a very long tenure at that school too. Now, these are some principal rearrangements. There's also about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 other notable switches, I would say. And I'm going to go over these because they relate to these principals. And I actually, the current assistant principal at Goldsboro High, Miss Tracy Jones, who has been holding it down in the absence of the resignation of former Principal Ryan Nelson. Miss Tracy Jones is now going to be the assistant principal at Dillard Middle School. Now, the assistant principal now of Dillard Middle, which is Lynette Wilson, she's going to become the principal at Dillard Middle. So Miss Tracy Jones is going from Goldsboro High assistant principal to Dillard Middle a principal, and Lynette Wilson is going from the assistant principal at Dillard Middle to the principal. Now, Miss Teresa Holler Watson is going to be the assistant principal at Charles B. Aycock. She's moving up from the assistant principal at Tommy's Road Elementary. Miss Jennifer Heatley is moving from the assistant principal from North Drive Elementary to the assistant principal at Tommy's Road. Lori Keck is the assistant principal at Grantham Middle, and she's going to be the assistant principal at North Drive. Harold Barnes is the assistant principal at Southern Wayne. He's going to be the assistant principal at Wayne School of Engineering. The assistant principal at Spring Creek is going to be the assistant principal of North Wayne. Assistant principal at Wayne Middle High Academy is going to be the assistant principal of Spring Creek. And assistant principal at Spring Creek is going to be the assistant principal at Goldsboro High. That is Thomas Presley. And Laura Kester is moving from the assistant principal at Brogden to the principal at Brogden Middle. And Robert Jones is going from the assistant principal at Charles B. Aycock to the principal at Eastern Wayne. And I think I have another notable, Mr. John Waters. He's moving from the principal at Eastern Wayne to the principal of Wayne Early Middle. Now, I put those that table on the screen so you can see and I guess have knowledge of which changes are going to be at the particular school of your children. And this is, I guess, part of Dr. Mark Whitchard's Shop in All campaign, I guess. You know, as Bush used to say, we don't. And I received, the person who gave me this information on Monday He gave me a different perspective. He said, well, there's going to be a lot of changes, as which we see. I think Goldsboro Daily News just dropped the story a few minutes ago. And so um, he wanted me to know that, he has a sort of an inside track. He can't say too much. He can kind of reveal his name. But he wanted me to know that these transitions or these movements are not necessarily because the principal have did anything bad. Now, of course, with this many movements, of course, we know that this is just his rearranging. And the individual said, something on the phone, which I agree with, which I understand that these moves are somewhat political, and which I, know from speaking with Dr. Cox, Teresa Cox, and she was formerly, I think, the principal of Dillard or Carver Heights, and she was doing such a fine job, but then because of politics, she was moved and then replaced by Mario Ray, in which now Ray has been moved to Goldsboro High. So that has been confirmed, as I mentioned earlier. I think it was last week when I first got the information that is one of the most notable changes because of some of the controversy that has surrounded Mr. Ray during his tenure. And it's funny, I was at the school board meeting Monday, and I was sitting right behind him, so I guess it was kind of a awkward experience for him. I was fine. I was hopefully he'll say, hey, let me talk to you for a minute, man. Let me give you, but it wasn't. So I kind of felt a little jitteriness, here and there. But nevertheless, these are the changes. And like I said, even with like the Carver Heights situation, I think Dr. Smith replaced Winter Goodson, and he was only there for a year, right? So now he's moving again, which I've mentioned in previous videos. What about the continuity of the system, the familiarity of the teachers and the staff, and the overall operations of the school? How are there going to be any sense of continuity if principals are moving every 1, 2, 3 years? Now, the individual who called me said it is quite normal when this is across the board. He says when you're a principal, it is common knowledge that you're probably going to be only at your location for 4 to 6 years. Now, I don't understand it. Evidently, it's something, but I feel like if they're doing a good job, why make the changes? So these are changes that have been confirmed as the information, and I once again I got to start trusting my sources when they give me the information, because if you go back, I think it was last week or the week before last, I put out the video that Mr. Ray was going to be named the Goldsboro High School principal. And as I mentioned in that video, you heard it here first. And now, Goldsboro Daily News or whoever is going to put out the article and detailing these changes. So, I want to iterate that these are not any disciplinary changes. These are just changes for whatever reason, as the individual related to me, more political than anything. So govern yourselves accordingly, as they say at the announcements in church, and make the necessary preparations for the change in your child's leadership at their respective schools. 919-587-7782. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you subscribe and share the video. Peace and blessings, everyone.